Okay, so I'm just making a sort of a comedy stand-up video. I'm going to improvise though, so well, I have proposed some things, and I'm really terrible at it. So please go easy on me, guys. The nervousness is starting in my stomach, so it shows I'm not ready. It doesn't, Um, I am actually just trying to think of jokes that I say I'm fucking this up with. Jesus fucking Christ! I am allowed to swear when it's comedy, so. Oh, man, no. Maybe I'm just gonna make a random. Maybe this isn't gonna be a comedy sketch video. I'm just gonna make a really boring random video of just bullshit. So, um, man, oh man, oh man, that's American Beauty, right? And the reason I keep looking up like this is because I'm like, actually sort of I'm not seeing it in front of me like that. Like I have something from mild peripheral schizophrenia, but especially when I take medication. I'm on antipsychotic medication. It's the first time I experienced it. And yeah, so actually, okay, then I'll talk about the subject of, I'm not going to do a comedy sketch now, I'm going to talk about of medication. The antipsychotics I gave were giving me psychosis. People don't believe me, the doctors don't believe me, the nurses don't believe me, it was actually giving me psychosis. Um, it's difficult, they don't believe you. Right? They believe like everything I say. They believe everything I say. And then suddenly I say, but, oh yeah, the medication was giving me psychosis. Yep, it's giving me psychosis. Then they don't believe me. They don't believe me anymore. They believe like everything I've ever said because I'm truthful like 100% of the time, except when I'm fucking terrified. God, and then suddenly they don't believe me when I say that I don't want to take the antipsychotics because they give me psychosis. It's painful for me to take them. It's really, I suffer when I take the physically as well as mentally when I take this antipsychotics. It's horrible for me. And then they try to say, well, if you say that, you're obviously getting very mentally ill, Tom. You're getting very mentally ill. What? It's not fair. It's not fair for them to corner me like that. And wow, this is a really serious video. Sorry, this is a really serious video. Um, yeah, anyway, that's that out of the way. So antipsychotics give me psychosis, and I doubt this is a medical first. I'm sure some people, because I even talked to other users and they've said, why the hell are you taking aripiprazole if you're bipolar and taking lithium? What's that about? I talked to someone, he was bipolar and a user of, not a user of illicit drugs, a user of psychiatric medication, service user, they're called. Um, So that's all about I have to say about that. I think lithium doesn't seem to it makes my throat dry, makes me drink a lot of water, therefore, and yeah, yeah. So comedy sketch. This is a comedy sketch gone wrong. It's a comedy sketch gone wrong. I'm just going to keep talking, see what happens. That's improv, really, isn't it? I had my stupid joke. Oh my god, this is a stupid joke about you know you're in trouble when you're at a mental hospital and even the fire exits are locked. How the fuck are you gonna get out when there's a fire? They think, and you're not allowed to leave. They lock you in there. They literally lock you in there. It's like, well, it's for your own safety, but like you're gonna do something if you escape. There's something to do things, and I have done it before, as you can see here with my arm. Just a little shock horror there. Um, but no, in all seriousness, I'm trying to remember all my jokes. Sometimes some of my jokes are so dirty though that it just makes people look down on me. And it's just look down on me. Everything is suggestive. Actually, I'm going to talk about suggestive language. When I'm putting in my head when I do that. I have no idea when I do that before. Um, it's my asthma. I've always had this cough. Um, cancer. Don't get your panties in the wood. Panties in a Wad, that is from, yes, that's from 6 Feet Under, Lorna Ambrose, finally. Yes, she's my favourite actress. And then it's Juno Temple. And if you, well, yeah, okay, if you watch the vinyl HBO video, she does this. In the video, she's like, she's explaining herself, and she does this with her hand. She does this with her hand. Oh, how would I do it with this one? I would do it like that. I'd go like that, like that. Sorry, this happened a long time ago, by the way, so I'm well over it. As you can see, I can even laugh about it now. So it was traumatic at the time. I didn't cry a long time. British stiff upper lip and all that stuff. Yeah, and I was talking about suggestive language. Like, so if I go like this to my eye, it means like you want to attack someone's eye. Like, you might go like this and say that's a warning. That's happened to me before. People have done that to me. No, it hasn't. What the fuck am I talking about? They haven't quite done that to me, touching their eye like that, as if to suggest. I'm gonna go for the eye. But people do that all the time. They do suggestive language, and they might, especially inside, inside the pen, I call it, inside the mental institute, inside prison. It was like in prison. I was beaten up and sexually assaulted. Oh, horrible. I wasn't quite beaten up. I was attacked though and hit, which wasn't nice. It was painful. Wow, this is a really serious video, Tom. No, I think your mental health is deteriorating and you're going to have to go on antipsychotics again, like olanzapine. I was a zombie on olanzapine. It's a zombie drug. It really is a zombie drug, isn't it? And so it's oh yeah, 4. Sorry, I had to do that. I know it's a cliche, but that's and yeah, it's a zombie drug, and that's the worst one. And aripiprazole is just dreadful, but it doesn't compare to olanzapine, which is just stupendously fucking awful, dreadful. Couldn't get any worse than that. I mean, can they try to come up with better ones? For me, for my sake, because I have to take, I don't have to take it anymore. I don't have to take it anymore. I don't have to take that bullshit anymore. But no, aripiprazole was dreadful. Also, it was so painful for me because it was painful in my arm, painful in my back. It was I couldn't. It was restlessness. Restlessness is the main thing. I would, be I would have to keep lying down, getting up, lying down, getting up, lying down. It's horrible. I had to take it for 6 weeks. I couldn't take it for any longer than that. I just caved in terms of not being able to take it. As soon as they said, you're not on the section, and when you're on the section, it means you have to take the medication. I didn't even realize that. Then, therefore, when you're off section, you don't have to take it anymore. You can choose not to take it. And they keep warning you, but you're going to relapse. Do I look like I'm relapsing now? I hear some yeses and some nos. I'm not relapsing. It's ridiculous. It's just absurd. And I even criticised the book Cracked. This on Amazon Cracked. It says why psychiatry is doing harm and it's good. Yeah, for me, I don't know if it's for general population. But it's one thing I should say about taking the medications. I'm not a doctor, though. I'm not saying you shouldn't take your medication. I wouldn't have lost my arm if I was on medication. I wouldn't have lost my arm. And then that brings you back to, well, why aren't you on the same medication now? Because that was an emergency situation. I'm not in an emergency situation anymore, and people don't seem to understand that. And they try to argue that your mental health is deteriorating. Clearly, you can see my mental health is not deteriorating by me talking in this video. Uploading all my other videos I've just uploaded today. I uploaded like 4 videos today. So it's ridiculous, really. I mean, it's ridiculous sometimes how it works, how the system works. With the NHS, and I can't afford private. It's ridiculous. And then, now I'm thinking of libertarianism again. Like, well, Tom, if we were libertarian, then we'll be better. No, it wouldn't. We just need a lot more taxes. A lot more money for the NHS. We can lower taxes like the Conservatives want slightly, but what are they going to do about the NHS? They're going to put more money surely into the NHS. But they seem to be very pro NHS. So yeah, that's really what I want to talk about actually. Well, I should start the video. It's going to take a while to upload this, so it's going to take like 10 minutes. Oh, and the video is coming up to 10 minutes by coincidence. Oh, no, okay, yeah, and no, what I needed was psychology. psychology. I needed to see a psychologist very much. That's what I needed to see. I didn't need to be put on medication, antipsychotics. I'm on my lithium, which I don't even know if that's going to make any difference apart from making me drink lots of water. You know, I think I've said that really, didn't I? But I'm still going to take the lithium. I've given up all hope in psychiatry. You know, I mean, Sam Harris would argue that there's a condition, this is disturbing, where literally the child puts the. Tom, don't actually do it. I'm talking to myself, sorry, man. Puts the. I kind of am talking to. I'm talking to a webcam right now, so I'm kind of mad. I'll say it's kind of madness, isn't it? No, it's not. The child puts a sharp object in its eye. Now, a medication that you can take, I don't know what it is, Sam Harris claims, stops the child from putting sharp objects in its eye. Psychiatry works. It works. You can't say it doesn't work. I think it's ridiculous to say that it doesn't work and can't work. Is it doing more harm than it is doing good? Well, it has done. It has done in many regards for me. Even though I said at the beginning, you know, I would love to have been on medication, I would have lost my arm. But that's my story. I'll tell you the story, the full story of my accident and at Paddington Station sometime. Thank you for listening. Tom Fernley.